This is Outdated, and welcome back to Mass Effect. This is episode 13. I have not recorded for about a week because being a teacher and stuff, the end of the year is just a complete disaster. And I know, this actually will be airing in kind of probably in July sometime, but I'm recording it in May. So, I'm trying now to see if this video will correct the audio I was having. I think my mic was too close to my monitor and it was getting a reverb effect, so we will see. But also I'm, continuing to make my way through. We left off where we had just rescued Liara. So we're back on the Normandy, and I remember from playing these types of games before, the key after doing a mission, as far as if you want to advance relationships with different characters, both just professional and personal relationships, you need to go around and talk to everybody, and get their take on what's going on. So I'm going to start by going to talk to Liara, who I know is in Medbay. Okay, there's Dr. Chakwas. Let's go and talk to her.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Those are the same things as last time before the mission, so she's got nothing new.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Dr. Chakwas. Hey, there we go, Liara. Let's talk to her. She has a possible romantic interest, if, you were
Commander,
interested.
Are you coming to check up on me?
So, I was worried. Are you okay? No, I'll go with I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the best. She really is.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I know. I believe her. Of course, part of that reason is I've played this game before, but also, literally, she's on the box art, so there's a pretty good chance she's on your side.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to talk about you. Let's do that.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
I feel like You Must Get Lonely feels a little too direct, and I haven't decided if there's an achievement for having a romance with a character, and so I probably will do that. I just don't know which one that I want to pursue, so, which I know that sounds wrong, but it's there so you can do it if you do that if you want to, and, I want to show you kind of how the process works, but I don't even know 100%. I know I ended up romancing her when I played it the first time, but I'll just put, do you like it?
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
I'm fascinating? Okay, so here's where I think the left one, I'm fascinating, I'm asking a question. Where here, don't try to study me, I'm basically yelling at her, I'm like, so I'm going with I'm fascinating.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Okay, I was gonna say relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Asari culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
It's interesting because they always remind me of, if you've ever watched the 90s sci-fi show Babylon 5, they kind of remind me of the Minbari, in the sense of that description, even though the Minbari have a much darker side to them, and the Asari may as well, we'll see.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Okay, obviously that's disgusting, is incredibly short-sighted. That being said, when this game came out in the early 2000s, it was not, let's just say the world, and the US specifically, was not in the same place it is now, viewing how it views gender. Now I see this, and I think, there's no way I would ever choose. That's disgusting. That just sounds horrible to say. But when this game first came out, especially like for a teenager who might not be exposed, no, I wasn't a teenager, but even then I wouldn't have chosen it, but I can at least understand from a character's perspective why somebody might. I can't even make myself select that one now. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to put, how is that possible? Because I am curious, like, how, is it an asexual thing? But it's not, so, like, how does it work?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Okay, seems like a logical question. Who was your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You can do that?
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
That's interesting, because that is... There are people in the US that... And I mean, especially back in like the 60s, and before, but even today, that their view would be the exact opposite. That they would want, I'm a Gen Xer, and when I was in high school, the whole, person who is white dating somebody who isn't white was just, it's not something that, well, let's just say it was a scandal, right? But people did it. Ours was the generation that really pushed that into the mainstream instead of just a court case here or there, and it just blows my mind, the parallels, and I never thought about that when I played this the first time. This is the curse of being a literature teacher. You analyze everything. See, you don't know that? Let's go with that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Okay, I already asked. Who was your father? Or did I? I think I did. How do you deal with that? Let's do that.
You Asari lived for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about Benezia specifically. Because I think I started with Asari culture, so...
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
You sound troubled.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her. And this was not like her. Something changed.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Okay,
Shepard.
that was a pretty long conversation. Wait, just checking to make sure there's no computer terminal I can examine while I'm in here. No, okay. Let's go talk to Caden. I mean, I'm probably halfway through this episode and I've only talked to one person. That's the thing about RPGs, though. Yeah, they are where they are. Let's talk to Caden. Get that part taken care of.
Anything you need, Commander?
Okay, this is actually a character that even as a male character, if I remember right, you could have, like, my character could have a relationship with him.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Speak your mind.
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's alright.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
You doubt it was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Sounds rough going.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
You can talk to me, you know?
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Okay, conversation over. Let's make sure there's nothing over here. What is this? Sleeper pod. Might as well get the XP for looking at it. Alright, there. That's 2 conversations. Anybody over here? nobody I would talk to. Let's head up top. Looking for crew members. Like people who would be running with me. Doesn't look like it. There's Joker, but I'm not gonna worry about talking to Joker right now. Let's head over here. Anybody in here? No. This is a good opportunity to get a good look at the rest of the ship, because honestly we haven't done that. So let's take the elevator down. Wait, can I interact with that? I cannot. Okay, we're going down, and what we're going to do, we're going to try to find who do we need to talk to? Garrus, Rex, Tally, and Ashley. Those are the ones we haven't spoken to yet. Hey, there's one. It's Garrus. Big Gare. Big Garemeister.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Personal inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
I'm tempted to do that one, but let's go with come on.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
He's so bitterly sarcastic. I love that guy.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Okay, I see your point,
I
dude.
suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I won't.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
What?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay, let's talk about extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Okay, I've done both of those.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, well, lots of these. Equip Liara. Oh, here's where I can equip everybody. And is this Ashley? That's Ashley. Let's talk to Ashley.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Oh, okay. Now, I do remember Ashley was less open to aliens than others. I would view this very differently today than I would have when I played it the first time. Because they're not Alliance? Or what do you mean? Or because they're aliens? I'll say because they're not Alliance.
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Oh, okay, so I could just be like, hey, you're out of line. Or, I can't confine them, my hands are tied, you don't trust. I'm gonna go with you don't trust aliens.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Okay, I'm not gonna chastise her. Yeah. I can't help but parallel this with how race is viewed in the real world today, as circa 2021. And, like racist talk bothers me. Like, I find it incredibly offensive. This from a, middle-aged fat white guy, but still. I'm gonna go with we need allies.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Okay, I don't want to go with how cynical, but I also don't want to go with the poor. I'm going to go with not necessarily.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Oh. Okay, that just feels... Give me a break feels too rude. I don't want an adversarial relationship. This is my crew and we got a mission to do. And for us to accomplish this, I've got to kind of play the middle as much as I can. Either by being nice to everyone until I have a reason not to. So why do you feel that?
You seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Alright, saying I understand your feelings is not saying I share them. Just that I understand where you're coming from. So it's not a bad answer. You have to work with aliens. That's just factual, and that kind of keeps it. I'm not going to tell her to just shut up as much as I want to. Let's go with that.
Alright. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Okay, is that making a proposition? What about me? That feels like a Me Too movement problem. Let's not do that. Let's go with thanks.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and, gear up everybody. Equip Liara. So she's not exactly gonna be my, run and gun person. So, Okay, the Storm 3 is just really good. But I don't see her being a shotgun-wielding fiend either. I think the assault rifle is probably like the standard weapon I'm going to stick with for most of these folks. We'll give her a strike or two. The hammer too. Okay, she's wearing. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have her wear the Liberator 2 armor. Okay, and let's give her. Let's see, she's using a Lancer 1. Let's give her an Avenger 2. Alright, and we'll stop there, I guess. Yeah, we'll stop there. Let's, Tally. She might be a better... Well, you know what? Rex is going to be Captain Shotgun, so let's not worry about that. She's more of a pistol-whipping fiend, and honestly, the Kessler is the best one I've got at the moment. I do want her to have a decent assault rifle. That accuracy sucks, but then again, I think they're naturally your, what do you call it? Your compatriots, your partners, they don't do as much damage as you, but they are more accurate than you, so let her use an Avenger 2. Rex, okay, he is going to use the best shotgun I have. That's for sure. He just feels like the guy that needs it. Let's go with an Avenger 2. Storm 1 is the best shotgun I have? I guess it is. Alright, pistol. He already has the best one here. I don't see him sniping much of anything, so let's just give him a hammer 2 and call it a day. Okay, this armor isn't as good as what he has. Can't wear any of those. Done. Garrus. Okay, let's give him the best sniper I have. Well, either him or me. Looks like Avenger 1 is the best sniper I have. Okay, fine then. Caden. Give him a Reaper 2. Explorer armor. Ooh. Scorpion armor. I'm gonna save that probably for me. Ashley. Let's go with the Avenger 2 assault rifle. Lots of Avenger 1 sniper rifles. I got like a ton of those. Phoenix 2 is a nice improvement. Let's upgrade our Phoenix 2. Alright, that's everybody but me. Alright, let's see, is there anybody over here? Yes, there is. It's Garrus. Let's talk to him.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reason.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Let's go. It sounds good to me.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Okay, who's this? Lance Requisition Officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods.
Blah, blah, blah. I want to see the
It's not
stuff.
standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Pay you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Show me.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
So apparently capitalism is alive and well. Wait, now, can I sell? I can sell stuff. That's a couple of hurricanes. Let's sell that. Hold on to the armor piercing rounds for now. I haven't gotten into like doing anything with this stuff as far as modding weapons or anything, but I probably need to look at it. Avenger 1, let's sell one of these Avenger sniper rifles, because I've got a ton of them floating around. I feel like I've seen all this before. Yeah, let's just back out. Alright. I feel like there's got to be somebody here to talk to. You know what? This looks like a good place to stop. This episode's gone longer than I planned. So, basically, this is just a mission aftermath kind of thing. We'll finish up that in the next episode, and we may go ahead and go back to the Citadel and turn in a couple of those. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please like and subscribe. Hopefully the audio problems have been fixed. But we shall see. This has been Outdated. Peace out.